Hi, everyone, and welcome to this month's virtual conversation hosted by Unity and Company. This month, we'll be exploring artificial intelligence and the impact of AI adoption on people and culture. My name is Scott Arietta. I'm one of the founding partners of Unity and Company. We're the strategic partners that market-leading brands rely on to unify their leadership teams and catalyze cultural transformation. Now, each month, we host events like these for executives across a variety of industries with the goal of connecting senior leaders in the industries and sharing insights that spark conversation and an exchange of ideas that you can bring back to your organizations. Now, before we jump into the prepared content, I just want to provide a quick overview of the senior members of the Unity and Company leadership team. So there's myself. I hold an MBA from Duke University, and I have over 20 years of experience as an HR and operations executive for venture-backed startup companies. I specialize in consulting, executive coaching, and team effectiveness work. Dr. Sarah Gould is our head of learning experiences. She has many talents, but excels particularly in facilitation, instructional design, and curriculum development. Michelle Alexandrowitz is our head of data and insights. She has a background as a researcher developing custom employee engagement surveys. She also has a background in organizational and clinical psychology. Finally, we have Monica. She's our head of coaching and transformation. Monica has worked at some of the largest and most recognizable logos in the world, namely Apple and Intel, running their global training and quality programs for internationally recognized service and support teams. We'll start our discussion today with a surprising and somewhat alarming statistic. Last year, PwC published their 27th annual Global CEO Survey, where they revealed that a whopping 45% of CEOs globally believed that their companies would not be viable in 10 years or less if they stayed on their current path. When you take a step back to evaluate the macro environment, it's not hard to see why they feel that way. There have been three major factors that have converged that make CEOs feel like they're at an existential crossroads. Firstly, and perhaps unsurprisingly, the rapid progression of adoption of artificial intelligence has had an enormous impact on the competitive landscape. AI fundamentally changes how we work, meaning that talent acquisition, development, retention, and succession strategies will all have to be revisited and reoperationalized. In addition, the launch of AI has created a new marketplace for products and services that is ripe for innovation. Speed to market and innovative prowess are more important than ever to modern businesses. And let's not forget that AI has enabled smaller, scrappier competitors to punch way above their weight class. Market leaders in this environment have to play both offense and defense, innovating their offerings and capabilities while defending against competitors who weren't even on their radar a few months ago. Then there's the polycrisis, which describes our volatile geopolitical landscape. Global politics, civil unrest, and the supply chain issues have resulted in rapidly shifting consumer demands. And lastly, demand has been exceeding supply when it comes to labor for a while now. And that trend is likely to continue as baby boomers retire at rates that younger generations cannot keep pace with. The AI revolution and flexible and remote working models have also given today's workforce more choice than ever, meaning that employers have to try harder than ever to keep and find top talent. Now, with that context as a backdrop, let's reflect on our own organizations. How far along is your organization on the road to AI adoption? Have you A, not started yet? B, you've begun discussions but haven't aligned on a larger strategy? C, you've done some implementation of AI tools to assist existing programs or functions? Or D, you've made a significant implementation that has radically redefined existing programs or functions? Now, before we dive right into the people and culture impact of AI adoption, it might be a good idea to take just a couple of minutes to set the stage by defining what artificial intelligence is. Now, to help us craft a definition for AI, we went right to the source and asked ChatGPT. Here's a response that we got. Artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence in machines. These systems can perform tasks like understanding language, recognizing patterns, solving problems, and making decisions. Unlike traditional software, AI learns from the data, adapts, and improves over time. Now, this sounds like a pretty solid definition, but let's take a deeper look at some common types of AI applications to get an even clearer picture of what AI can do and start to imagine just how powerful of an impact it can have in our lives and our work. Generative AI systems create new content, such as text, images, and music. Examples include ChatGPT, DALL-E, and the technological foundations of deepfake technology. Applications like these can streamline the time required for research and concept visualization. Conversational AI is designed for interactive conversation with users. These include chatbots and virtual customer service agents. Natural language processing describes AI systems that can generate and understand human language. This has a wide array of applications that include customer sentiment analysis. For example, Amazon has deployed some of this technology when it comes to summarizing their reviews to give customers a bottom line synopsis of hundreds or thousands of individual reviews in a concise paragraph at the top of the review section. Computer vision refers to an AI system that can interpret visual information. Examples include medical imaging analysis and object detection in self-driving cars. Expert systems are AI systems that are designed to simulate human decision-making using rule-based logic. Examples here include diagnosis tools and financial planning tools. Now, when paired with AI, robotics becomes especially powerful. This application of AI enables things like robot servers and assembly line robots. Our last example is recommendation systems, which predict user preferences and suggest recommendations based off of them. Netflix and Amazon recommendations are prime examples of this type of application. Now that we all have a basic understanding of some common AI applications, let's reflect on our own organizations. What AI tools has your organization adopted? How did your people respond to the AI technology adoption? And what cultural impacts did you observe? The implementation of AI is set to profoundly reshape functions across the board, influencing how organizations define roles, attract talent, foster development, ensure ethical practices, and engage employees. As AI becomes more integrated into business processes, leaders will need to navigate these changes thoughtfully to align with organizational goals while maintaining a focus on people. So let's start by looking at job roles, levels, and career ladders. AI will redefine job roles by automating repetitive and data-heavy tasks, allowing employees to focus on more strategic, creative, or interpersonal activities. However, this shift will also blur traditional job levels and career ladders. Some roles may be eliminated, while others will have to evolve to include higher levels of technical proficiency or AI oversight. Career progression may no longer follow a linear path, as employees will need to acquire diverse cross-functional skills to remain relevant in a rapidly changing workplace. Looking at talent acquisition, AI tools are already transforming talent acquisition by streamlining candidate sourcing, screening, and assessment. Advanced algorithms can analyze vast amounts of data to identify the best fit candidates based on skills, experience, and even cultural alignment in some cases. However, this reliance on AI introduces some challenges, such as mitigating algorithmic biases and ensuring that human judgment remains a critical part of the hiring process. HR teams will need to strike a balance between leveraging AI for efficiency and maintaining fairness and inclusivity. From a talent development perspective, talent development will become a key enabler for AI adoption within organizations. Successfully deploying AI at a large scale will require a significant amount of upskilling and reskilling of the existing workforce. Leaders must also be trained on how to lead in an AI-assisted world and how to lean in and support a change effort of this magnitude. Now, ethics. The ethical implications of AI implementation are a growing concern, particularly in HR, where decisions directly impact people's lives and livelihoods. Issues such as data privacy, bias in decision making, algorithms, and transparency in AI usage require careful governance. HR leaders must establish robust ethical guidelines for AI usage, ensuring that it enhances fairness and trust rather than undermining them. This includes training HR teams and employees on how AI works and on its limitations. Now, from an employee engagement perspective, AI has the potential to both enhance and challenge employee engagement. On the one hand, it can improve employee engagement by automating mundane tasks, enabling employees to focus on meaningful work. AI-powered tools can also provide insights into employee sentiment and facilitate more personalized experience. But on the other hand, the fear of job displacement and the impersonal nature of some AI applications could negatively impact morale. HR must proactively address these concerns by fostering open communication, emphasizing the human AI partnership, and ensuring that employees feel valued and secured. When employees are faced with the prospect of adopting AI technology in their organizations, we as leaders need to be prepared for them to react in a way that mirrors the stages of grief. This reaction is rooted in the disruption of their sense of stability, their perception of personal and professional value, and their relationship with the work. Denial is often the first reaction, as employees may resist acknowledging the scope of change that AI represents. They might dismiss its potential, labeling it as a trend or overhyped technology that won't significantly impact their roles. This stage is marked by a reluctance to engage or even learn about AI, stemming from discomfort with the unfamiliar and a desire to maintain the status quo. Now, as the reality of AI adoption becomes clearer, anger can surface. Employees may direct their frustration at management, blaming them for implementing changes without sufficient input or consideration of the human impact. There may also be resentment towards the technology itself, perceived as a threat to their expertise or job stability. This stage is a natural reaction to the loss of perceived control and autonomy. Bargaining often follows, with employees trying to find ways to coexist with the changes while minimizing their impact. They might advocate for phased implementations, propose limitations on AI use, or suggest that only certain aspects of their work be automated. This stage reflects an attempt to regain a sense of agency in the face of uncertainty. Depression can set in when employees fully grasp the implications of AI adoption. Concerned about obsolescence, reduced job opportunities, or diminished personal significance in the workplace can weigh heavily. This stage is often marked by disengagement, a drop in morale, and feelings of helplessness. Finally, acceptance emerges as employees begin to adapt to the new normal. With support and education, they may start to see AI as a tool rather than as a threat, recognizing its potential to enhance their capabilities and free them from repetitive tasks. Acceptance is often facilitated by clear communication from leadership, upskilling opportunities, and a focus on collaboration between humans and AI. Now, by understanding and addressing these emotional stages, organizations can guide employees through the transition more effectively, acknowledging their concerns, fostering an open dialogue, and providing resources to help them adapt are key to ensuring that the adoption of AI becomes a shared journey of growth and opportunity rather than one of fear and resistance. Now that we've illuminated some of the potential people and cultural pitfalls associated with AI adoption, let's align on some strategies for success. Clear and open communication is foundational to successfully adopting AI within an organization. Employees need to understand not only how AI will impact their roles, but also why the technology is being adopted in the first place. Providing a clear narrative that outlines the benefits, such as improved efficiency, opportunities for innovation, and enhanced competitiveness, can help alleviate fears and build trust. Transparency also involves addressing potential challenges openly, such as job displacement or the need for upskilling, and sharing how the organization plans to mitigate these impacts. By involving employees in the conversation early and consistently, organizations can foster a sense of inclusion and reduce resistance. Now, let's talk about engaging the front lines. The employees most affected by AI adoption are often those closest to the work being transformed. Engaging these individuals from the start creates an army of change advocates who can help drive adoption across the organization. By inviting frontline employees to the table, leadership gains valuable insight into practical implementation challenges and opportunities. Empowering employees to co create solutions fosters ownership and helps dispel fears of top down mandates. When workers see their input shaping AI integration, they are more likely to embrace the technology as a tool to enhance their roles rather than to replace them. Now, talking about investing in upskilling training. One of the most critical strategies for AI adoption is ensuring that employees have the skills necessary to thrive in an AI enabled workplace. Offering accessible and inclusive upskilling opportunities demonstrates the organization's commitment to its workforce and alleviates concerns about obsolescence. Training programs should be tailored to various skill levels and learning styles, from foundational digital literacy to advanced technical skills. Importantly, these programs should also emphasize the unique value of human capabilities, such as creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence, which complement AI rather than compete with it. Now, ethics must be a cornerstone of any AI adoption strategy. Establishing clear rules, oversight mechanisms, and accountability structures ensures that AI is used in a fair, unbiased, and transparent manner. This includes addressing issues such as algorithmic bias, data privacy, and the potential for unintended consequences with data-driven decision-making. Organizations should also communicate these ethical principles to employees and stakeholders, reinforcing their commitment to responsibly use AI. Appointing ethics committees or creating cross-functional teams to oversee AI implementation can help build trust and ensure alignment with organizational values. Now, leaders play a pivotal role in driving AI adoption, and they must be equipped with the tools to navigate the associated challenges. Prioritizing training and change management, conflict resolution, and effective communication prepares leaders to address employee concerns empathetically and confidently. Leaders must also be able to articulate a compelling vision for how AI will benefit the organization and its people. By modeling openness to change and fostering a culture of collaboration, leaders can inspire employees to embrace AI as an opportunity for growth rather than a threat. Now, for employees directly or indirectly affected by AI adoption, the organization must provide robust support systems. This includes resources such as career counseling, transition assistance, and even mental health services for those whose roles are impacted. Organizations should also create pathways for affected employees to explore new opportunities within the company, such as reskilled roles or lateral moves. By demonstrating a genuine commitment to supporting employees through transitions, organizations can maintain morale and loyalty while building a more adaptable and future ready workforce. We want to thank you all for taking the time to be here with us today. As we wrap up our time, we have a couple of final pieces of value that we'd like to offer you. If you are the only person in your organization to view this video or attend our forum and you wish that you weren't, just reach out to us at info@unityandcompany.com and we'll be happy to do an encore presentation live for others in your organization. If something we talked about today sparked your interest and you're interested in understanding how we could potentially partner together in the future, we'd love to spend some time connecting with you so that you can understand our capabilities and we can understand more about your needs. And if you'd like to receive a recording of today's talk, as well as some notes, just reach out to info@unityandcompany.com and we'll be sure to send them your way. Now, lastly, we here at Unity and Company are one of only a handful of providers for management drives, which is a behavioral assessment that has been popular in Europe for quite some time, but is just now coming to the United States. And for a limited time, we are offering a complimentary management drives assessment and live debrief session for anybody who has viewed one of our executive forum videos or attended one of our executive forums live. If you're interested in experiencing the power of this exciting new behavioral assessment, just reach out to us at info@unityandcompany.com and we'll be happy to set you up with a free assessment and a debrief. Thanks so much.